My name is Ed, and I am a law librarian, and I am here to help make sure you understand your information needs. I also try to work with students about their information literacy. The practice of law is an information industry. It is about knowing the latest and greatest information and being there to get for it. Recently, the Texas Lawyer had a poll of the practices in Dallas, Houston, and Austin. And of course, it wasn't surprising to come out that Bloomberg, Lexis, and Westlaw were the top resources used. But I will tell you, don't go there. There are alternatives out there available for you. Now, some of those alternatives are low cost, such as CaseMaker, FastCase, and Ravel. Now, CaseMaker and FastCase, odds are you're a part of a bar association that will give you free access to those. Now, beyond these, there are other alternative sites out there that are available that are free sites. The government, most primary law, is posted for free. There are nonprofits like the Legal Information Institute, and there are also alternatives that we'll talk about later. There are some caveats here. Most of these are not official. They do not hold themselves out as being official, and they don't necessarily guarantee the content that they're putting up for you. But let's get back to CaseMaker and FastCase, because like I said, overwhelming number of bar associations in this country are providing access to these. There should be no need for you, for our students, for our lawyers that are going out there to pay for access to primary law. As you can see from the map that's up here, the blue is CaseMaker, the green is FastCase. They pretty much cover the country. Pennsylvania has its own little get up. California is too competitive apparently, and I don't know about poor Montana. I guess their practice members of the bars are just too many and too small. But it's uneven how it gets across those different states. Some states is part of your mandatory bar, such as it is in Texas. Massachusetts is the voluntary bar. And the bar associations take different levels of approach in how they push this out to the members. Georgia Bar, there is a monthly column in their bar journal that talks about this thing. Now let's look at CaseMaker. Like I said, these two databases provide all the primary law content. They're getting the same content that is going into it's going into Bloomberg, Westlaw, and Lexis. So they got it from all 50 states, and they got all the federal law that's going on there. They do have a nice, slick website. It's something that our students and lawyers should be used to from working with Westlaw, Lexis, and Bloomberg. It's got that ubiquitous Google-like search box up at the top. They've got it where you can pare down to your jurisdiction by picking out. They also got it where you can look at the very types of case law, statutes, administrative law that you want. And as I said, they've got everything that the big three have for every type of source of law. They have captured it all, and they're making it available to you. Now, moving on, I'm ahead of myself in my speech. They do have value added on these places. It's not just the primary law. CaseMaker has Cite Check. You can upload a brief with the citations in there, and it will give you back a report that tells you how valid that case is and who has all cited that case. They also have a subsequent history. They can tell you about what has happened to an appeal. FastCase also has its slick website that has that ubiquitous Google-like search box at the top. This is the new FastCase 7 that just came out this past year. They have additional also value added in that they do have an alliance with Hine Online that provides some secretary content that CaseMaker doesn't have. If you have a law school alumni association, odds are you have access through that to the Hine Online content that FastCase is providing you. You can see also that FastCase has all the same primary law that the three big databases have. Now, one thing to talk about, and this is the bad bot on here, is that CaseMaker and FastCase do have one weakness. They do not have a proper citation service. They do not have KeyCite, they do not have Shepard's. Those two have a human interaction that these CaseMaker and FastCase don't have. Going on to government websites. The government, for the most part, does put the primary law out there, but there are problems with that. Most states at this point do not say that what's online is official. In fact, they tell you in big bold language, do not cite from this page. But there's movement going forward. The federal government has already started. They've already got out their authentication there. The government publishing offices puts it on all the Code of Federal Regulations and on the Federal Register that's posted so that you know it's protected and that it's legit, that you can count on it. The states, they're not there. 17 states have adopted the Uniform Electronic Legal Materials Act, and that they're starting to hold out some of their content as official. Florida, where I practiced before, their administrative code, if you download it, it comes as a Word document that you can manipulate anything in any way you want to. As I was saying, there are going on to alternative nonprofit sites that also provides all this primary content. The biggest one is Legal Information Institute, put out by Cornell University. They get the same data from the government that Bloomberg, Westlaw, and Lexis get, and they do have some value added. Like I said, they have the topical index. Alternative sites, Google Scholar. It was funny enough in that survey that's talking about the poll in Houston and Dallas for small firms, Google Scholar came up as a viable source for legal research. But that's because Google has all that same case law. And also Google can also help you find institutional repositories. So my challenge to all of y'all is to what alternative service you're going to use. Because all of us, we're used to that free law school paid for access to Westlaw, Lexis, and Bloomberg, and we need to get out of that trap. I thank you very much.